Welcome to the Ministry Miscellany Podcast, a collection of tools, strategy, and challenges for Bible teachers. From me, Yvon Prehn, someone who's been teaching the Bible ever since as a third grader. I started to teach the kindergartners at my church about Jesus. I've never quit doing that, and along the way, I've picked up some practices, strategies, and resources that might be useful to you. Our topic for today is a resource site that's very exciting and that I haven't told you about as yet. I'm Yvon Prehn, and I realized as I was putting together the lesson this week on life after death that I had created a whole series of images to go along with this a number of years ago when I wanted to encourage people. And I realized that these are available for you. They are part of a website that's associated with the Bible 805 ministry. I've been wanting to get back to working on it and just have been so busy doing the Bible studies that I haven't gotten back to it. But it's a site that has dozens and dozens of images that I've created that go along with the lessons that you can actually print up in really any size from on the majority of them. I have them where you can use them as digital images all the way up to full poster size. And I've created some really neat looking full-size posters with them. And then, as sometimes happens, I got really busy and forgot all about this site. Well, I'm going to link you to it, but let me tell you a little bit about why I put it together. And I do want to start working on it more again, because though I love talking about the Bible and Jesus and my podcasts, my blogs, my videos, all of that kind of thing, I also realize that there are a number of people that need to at least be introduced to the Christian faith that aren't going to jump right into a lesson on life after death as verified in the Old Testament. I mean, they're just not going to do it. And I know that. And so as I was thinking about it, I thought I need to create something else to reach people. And as I thought and prayed about it, I actually remembered something that my grandmother gave me many years ago, and it's been sitting actually right on my desk for many years. And it's just a little plaque. And what it says is, only one life will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. That little message, that little plaque has had an incredible influence on my life. It's been really a North Star for me, and it's what's inspired me to make many of the positive decisions that I've made in my life. She had another plaque in her home that's meant a lot to me, and it says, "The future is as bright as the promises of God." And again, I love that and truly believe that what it says is, it's how she lived her life. It's how I want to live my life. Now, the grandma who left me those images, she did have an extraordinarily difficult life. She was left alone with 4 children in a small country town during the Depression when her dearly loved husband was hospitalized for over 40 years. Yet her faith, her joy, and her love for Jesus never wavered. And at her funeral, I'll never forget, the Beamer Mennonite Church was packed to overflowing with people who'd come to know Jesus and grown in him from her Sunday school classes and her life. She didn't go outside of Beamer very much, but she had a huge impact for Jesus. And she left me those little plaques that I often think about her and her life. And as I thought about it, I thought, can things like that help people today? Get them perhaps interested in turning to spiritual realities? Can simple images here and there maybe get people hungry for something in the Bible or whatever? And as I was thinking about it, I realized and remembered that passage in Deuteronomy wherein, I'm going to read this to you in the Message translation, where God is speaking and he says, "Write these commandments I've given you today on your hearts. Get them inside of you. Get them inside your children. Talk about them wherever you are, sitting at home or walking in the street. Talk about them from the time you get up in the morning to when you fall into bed at night. Tie them on your hands and foreheads, and as a reminder, inscribe them on the doorposts of your homes and on your city gates." As Moses suggested thousands of years ago in the verse above, the Bible, intangible bits and pieces in front of them. I mean, he said, inscribe them on the doorposts of your home, on your city gates. these sorts of things in our everyday lives, these visual reminders are an important way to call to mind God's will and His ways. Now, I don't think that command and that reality was for Old Testament people only. I think we can do it today with printable signs on our walls, as desk reminders, as posters, as shared social media images. All of these things can make a difference. The solution to maybe reaching more people is right in front of me. I'd been encouraged by my grandmother's little plaque, by images that people have given me, or things I'd purchased that reminded me of Bible passages. I'd been creating and printing out ones like this for years for others. They're really popular today, and they're available all over in stores and online, and I realized, well, I could do this. So I created the Bible 805 images. It's a site of downloadable images. They call them printables, I guess, on Etsy and things like that. But mine are free. They're all free. Everything's totally free, as is the other materials on Bible 805. You can print them out in many sizes, either on your desktop, or you can use a printing service to make larger images in posters or frameable prints or whatever. Use them as gifts, use them as campaigns in your churches, wall posters, whatever you would like to use them for. Now, I've got them available. I'll have the links for you, but some of you might be interested in doing something like this yourself. And so this next section is totally different, but I'm going to continue and tell you how I put this site together, because it was quite a process. And if you're curious as to how I came to use the process that I use and what programs I create, continue to listen. If not, just go to www.bible805images.com and just start downloading things. It's all there for you. But okay, how did I put this together? Now, you need to know that, as with all of my other materials, my sites, all of that, I do not take any advertising of outside products, nor do I participate in any affiliate programs. That's important because I'm going to tell you about a number of products that I use and all of that. This site and all the Bible 805 ministries are totally free to anyone who wants the materials. I can do that because Bible 805 is a donor-supported ministry. I'm a partner with the Christian Ministries Alliance and am a 501c3 nonprofit. And you can go to the Bible 805 website, the Bible, all of the sites, Bible 805 images, etc., and find out more about that. But just so you know, I'm not trying to sell you anything or get an affiliate link or commission from any of the stuff I tell you about. But here's how the Bible 805 image site came about. Now, it is a rather long and winding road, but if you're interested, let me tell you the story. I've been creating images of verses and sayings in Canva to share on my Instagram account, which I need to update, but that's another story. I did this a lot. I was downloading and printing them out as gifts. Now, in doing that, I realized there was a huge online industry of printables. I didn't even know that's what they were created. I realized I could be creating and selling them, for my ministry. I decided that is not what I wanted to do, but I got really excited about it for a short period of time. But I realized, even though I didn't want to do it as a business, that there are a lot of really neat things you can do with different verses, sayings, all of that kind of thing. I tried different formats, different stores, because there are different things that you can do with them. I tried Spotify. Now, it's super fancy, but it's expensive, it's complicated. The download process, it didn't work very well. There were limitations on file size, and I wanted people to be able to do huge, 24 by 36 inch posters. I've done that out of some of my stuff, and they really look good, but you had to get add-ons and all this kind of stuff. I explored Etsy quite a bit. I learned a lot from it, but again, they were limited in download size, And I found out that it'd take a lot of work to make the images in all these different sizes. And if I truly wanted to help individuals and churches and all that, I'd have to do all these different sizes. And then I found their ratio system too complicated. And anyway, that was just a mess. Then I tried WooCommerce. Nope, that was way too complicated. And right now, I think you already know this, but it's just me and Jesus doing the Bible 805 ministry. And though I'm rather good at tech, I am not great at it. And I just couldn't manage all that stuff. But then I found an online store called Payhip. It's from England. It's PAYWHIP.com. Wonderful, wonderful company. Super simple, free to use. If you sell things for a profit, they take a percentage of sales, but you don't pay until they sell something. Like, Shopify and a bunch of these others, they charge all these monthly fees, and that can get really expensive. You don't even sell anything, and it's crazy. Payhip isn't like that. So if you have a little hobby and you want to sell stuff, check out Payhip, payhip.com. But they also allow free sites, and they also allow very large uploads. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of legacy code. It isn't a junked up system. It's really simple, really easy. I did a lot more research. I learned how to convert Canva images into the various formats needed. The one thing, though, that I realized for outside printing is that you need for your images to be 300 dpi, and Canva does not go that high in resolution. Well, what do you do? How do you get high resolution JPEGs and PDFs? Again, after doing a whole lot of research, I found some software called smallpdf.com. Great software. They do have a free version, but with a paid version, and it is worth every penny. It will convert your materials to high resolution images. It also condenses images, condenses PDFs, hence the name Small PDF, but it is really a great program, and I like it a lot. As time has gone by, I've gotten really busy with the Bible 805 and the Bible 805 Academy sites. I don't have time to convert and do all the things I want to do with the images. I started out doing them in many formats. You can go to the site and you can see all the different things, all the different sizes. Now, I'm probably going to do them only in a few. I do want to start doing them again, though, because I think they are really an encouragement to people. I will start sending out an email on that site to people who have downloaded things. People have downloaded stuff again from all over the world. Lots of people have somehow found it without me even talking about it. So do check it out. One thing, if you get a newsletter from that site, the email has Payhip as the sender. That's one thing I don't like about their program, but they do that. You can't change it. I've asked them. That's the way it is. But I'll have a subject line that's really clear that it's from me. But do check out www.bible805images.com for the current lesson on life after death. All of the verses that I show you in the PowerPoint I have made up in 8.5 by 11 downloads that you can download, print out, frame up, and be encouraged. So enjoy the site. There's stuff for Christmas and Mother's Day and Father's Day and prayers for children and inspirational sayings and all kinds of things. So again, www.bible805images.com, and enjoy. I trust you found the content in this episode of Ministry Miscellany useful. For links to any resources mentioned and lots of free material to help you know, trust, apply, and teach the Bible, go to www.bible805.com. Let me close now with a reminder from the book of Daniel 12:3, where it says, "Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever." That's you, someone who leads many to righteousness. And in doing that, may you be ever growing in your reliance on the power of the Holy Spirit, in the deepening of your friendship with Jesus, and in your trust in the goodness of God the Father, never forgetting in all the hard work you do that you have a glorious heritage where you will shine like the stars forever and ever. Amen.